Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video. I'll be showing my newest Transformers custom figure, and this time it is Shatter from the Bumblebee movie. So I'm just starting to kind of do more customs now. When the last Night came out a couple years ago at this point, I was really into doing Transformer custom figures, and I did a whole lot, and I showed them on my YouTube and everything like that, and you guys seem to really love them. And since then, I've been very slow on doing more. I just kind of became distracted, and there's been projects that I never kind of finished and things like that. So I am starting to get a little bit more into it now, and I've completed a few more. So this will not be the only one that I'll be posting soon. I do have at least three more coming out, and hopefully more. So you can start to look forward to more Transformers customs by me. So yes, I definitely wanted to do this. This one I wanted to do because I just had an extra Shatter for that's basically why I decided to do this custom. Amazon actually had it on a really great sale one day for $12, and I have Amazon Prime, so free shipping. So for $12 I got a whole nother Shatter, and I was like, well, perfect time to do a custom. So that's what I did here. Now, the Shatter figure herself is a pretty nice figure. I actually do like it, unlike the original Dropkick figure, which I think was really bad, that I wanted to do an update of, which I have done, and that will be another custom that I'm going to do a video on. But that one was just a bad figure that I was trying to make better. This one's a pretty good figure that I was just trying to make better. That's essentially it. So as you can see, here's the original with my repainted one. Basically what I did is just, I purely did cosmetic things with this one, and just the paint is what I updated. The only thing that I did to actually mess with the actual car or the robot itself is that the little headlight pieces that kind of lay down as like little kind of wings almost, I just removed those, and they're very, very easy to remove. I can pop them right back on if I ever so choose. But I just thought to clean it up, make it a little bit more sleek, I remove those, and I think that it does make it quite a bit more sleek. I was tempted to remove the door panels here. They're on a little hinge that has not much clearance with the thigh, so I didn't want to risk damaging the thigh or anything like that in removing these little doors. But I might do that eventually. I'm not sure. They're pretty compact, which is nice, but again, they do get in the way a bit, so it might be nice to remove those. I'm definitely thinking about that. So what I did here was I took the red of the original, which is a fine red, but it's a toyish plastic red, and I updated it with a darker glossy red. I always like to use gloss or metallics on Transformer customs because they're robots. They should have some shine to them, with the exception of a few that are supposed to look really dirty. But for the ones that are supposed to be, kind of newer cars and things, the shine I think looks really nice. So that's what I did. So all of the pieces up here. Also, what I did with the red is I tried to only do it on the actual robot pieces herself. The car pieces, I left the other color so that there would be a bit of a difference there, and therefore your eye would kind of hopefully focus a little bit more on the robot pieces rather than the car pieces in robot mode. So, like, there's certain aspects, like the doors here on the back are still the same red, because I don't really want you to see those as much. So I'm hoping that the glossy dark red stands out a bit more, and therefore just kind of showcases the actual robot a bit more, because like even the inside of those door panels I didn't paint either. So yeah. Also, there were some I looked at some close-up images and noticed that there were some issues as far as like the legs were concerned. Color-wise, the thighs shouldn't be red, and especially since they could just kind of get lost within the whole kind of skirt piece. So I did paint the thighs silver, which is accurate. The front of the thigh should be silver, and then it just has some red on the side, so I left that. I also painted the shins silver, so kind of give the legs more of a silverish appeal. And then I painted some aspects of the foot silver, and then I did like a panel of red on the thigh there, on the lower leg there, as well as the foot, just to kind of run the kind of red throughout the figure, so that it wasn't just like so pieced in red. Because I don't like the fact that like the whole figure has this color scheme going, and then it just kind of loses in the foot. The foot's just completely black. So I did want to make it look like it's a little bit more part of everything else, so that it all blends a little nicer. So that's what I did there. And then so of course I added silver, and then I added black in a few small places, as well as the weapons I did repaint as well. The weapons I just added red where the paneling would be, so I think that looks pretty nice. I'm thinking about adding some silver towards the end of the weapon, just to kind of, because there's a lot of really nice detail on this this cannon piece, so I think if I add some silver, it'll kind of bring out some of that detail a little bit more, so I think I might do that. And then one thing that I did, which I think makes a big difference, because the thing that I don't like about this figure the most, because overall it's a pretty good figure on its own, but my biggest issue with it was the face sculpt, for the fact that it's not a really accurate face sculpt. Now, there are some quick blinking you'll miss it scenes where she does have the mask on, and the only reason I know that is because I've seen like pictures, like snapshots from the movie where that is the case, but one's in the background of Cybertron, and then one is when they're talking to the humans, before, like, as they're driving up and she transforms and she walks over, there's a split second where she does have the mask on. So this mask is accurate, but it's really not seen in the movie at all. Like, you really have to pause it at certain moments and zoom in to actually see the mask. So I've never been a fan of the mask. That's obviously not how she looked for 99% of the movie, so I'm just not into it. And the mask just kind of, it really cuts off the personality. But what I added was the pupils within the little slits for the mask to show that there are eyes. So that just helps a lot, because the other one, although there's like a little visor section, it doesn't really look like eyes. So adding the little silver within the visor section in those little dots actually give her eyes, and therefore I think look a lot better, to be honest. I think that looks much better. I'm quite happy with that. And then just little things, I added gold details and silver details throughout. I, painted the lights gold, which I think look really cool. It kind of gives them an effect where they look like they're kind of turned on, and it adds more detail to the whole thing. So yeah, little close up. Overall, I'm quite happy with my custom. Not a major project for sure. It's just a deluxe figure that I repainted, and I really didn't even repaint like the whole thing. I repainted most of it, but I didn't repaint the whole thing because obviously some of the coloring was fine. Like the legs here, this shiny kind of black looks great. The tires are obviously black, how they should be. There's portions on the arm that are fine. So there were some things I didn't even have to paint. But yeah. Overall, looking quite nice. A little comparison with the newer Dropkick. Looking quite nice with him, although the kind of shiny glossier red doesn't really match the more pale blue that they have on this one. It's a nice deep blue, but it doesn't have a shine or a gloss to it. So it would be cool if I could add some gloss and kind of make that a little bit shinier. And then to show you my custom Dropkick. Here it is. I'll get more into detail on that in its own video, but I did make a custom Dropkick himself. This was well before they even showed the new Dropkick. That's when I started working on this, and when I did the majority of the work on it. And then one of the reasons that I kind of stopped working on him was that they showed the new Dropkick, which looked really good. So I was like, well, I kind of lost interest a little bit. But now I do want to add the final touches onto him and get him out there, because I haven't painted his face yet, but the body, as you can see, I did add a lot of pieces to him to bulk him up, as well as to give him the car parts so that it looked like he was a triple changer, because we have yet to get a Shatter or Dropkick that looks like they're triple changers. So far we've either had Dropkick as a car or as a helicopter, and then we've only had Shatter as a car. So yeah, overall, there's my custom Shatter figure from the Bumblebee movie. Let me know what you guys think of this custom, and I can't wait to show you guys my other customs I'm working on. Again, like I mentioned, I've finished 3 already, which are basically, I have to tweak some things on Dropkick, as well as tweak some things on Hound, but I did Hound as well. And then Crosshairs is completely done. So I have customs coming up. Hope you guys stay tuned for them, and thanks so much for watching.